Welcome back to the Robbins Business Show. Come on in and sit a while. We're going to talk about small business. And you would say, what about small business? And the answer is anything. Anything and everything with regard, surrounding, adding to, or subtracting from small business.
We hold nothing back.
And I'm the co-host, Bill Fox. Yes. The other co-host is, get this one.
Oh boy.
This guy is exemplary. That's what they say in the street.
I pay for that.
and incorruptible and meritorious. This guy is really, he has it all. He's Coach Robbins.
I don't know, corruptible with a price.
And what we're talking about brand, building brand image and so forth. We're now going to talk about, speaking of brand and brand image, today I'm going to get on Coach about hidden message, hidden symbols in brands that I guess, the customers and potential customers are supposed to know or supposed to see that. I'm not sure. We're going to find out.
A lot of them remain hidden, that's for sure.
Well, let me start you off on a symbol which is quite well known. Thank you very much. It's Starbucks.
Yep.
Starbucks. What's hidden about this?
Well, it's a great company, and the symbol is certainly, after all these years, recognizable. But he just arbitrarily picked it as a character from Moby Dick, which I have no connection between Starbucks and Moby Dick and drinking coffee. I have no idea why he did it. Of course, it now represents something, but I doubt many people, if I asked 100 Starbucks customers where that came from, I don't think they could tell me. I didn't know until I read the article. I recognize it as Starbucks symbol, but I have no idea why. I'm not even sure why you would think that's a mermaid. Looks like a queen to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, Amazon, this is one of your favorites. I think you like this one.
I do like
Amazon. What's hidden about this?
Well, it's the smiley face underneath, the yellow arrow, which is pointing from A to Z. And I think more and more people are starting to realize that that is what it is designed to do, that Amazon, the name Amazon, of course, it's a river. I asked my students at the university, do you know what's the Amazon? And all they know is it's someplace you buy stuff. But I said, do you know what's a river? They don't even know that anymore. Just like McDonald's used to be a farm, E-I-E-I-O, it's now a hamburger to these people. And Amazon is, I like this one. I think it's very well done. I think they need to promote a little bit more, because I'm surprised how few people, even my students, realize that that arrow is not only pointing from A to Z, but it's supposed to be kind of a smirk. A smile, meaning you're happy with what you bought.
And A to Z means we sell everything from A to Z.
Exactly.
Okay. What's this one here? Sony, the Sony symbol. What's going on here?
Well, I am kind of an amateur math geek, and I very much like this one. But the only thing I would like to see different, it looks like a sine wave, V-I-O, V-A-I-O. In a very small way, the 1 and the 0 delineate digital. The sine wave, of course, delineates, analog. I'd like to just straighten out the I. I don't like the little circle, the little way it kind of
creak on the top of the
I just like a 1. I'd almost make it a 1 and a 0. Yeah. But I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay. Now, here's oldie but goodie. Here's Coach, here's Pepsi. What's hidden about this one?
Well, I read it and I still am not sure that I understand what's hidden. And so if you read it, it's the latest logo. It cost several $1 million. It looks like a simple asymmetric version of the previous one. According to the company, it represents everything from Feng Shui and Renaissance art to philosopher Descartes and the architect Le Corbusier. Really?
What did you just say?
I have no idea. I've read it 8 times and I still don't know what it's supposed to delineate. But it's so close to the old one, I can live with it. But if they spent several $1 million to make it this cryptic, boy, did they blow it. Again, I'd call the CMO in the office and say, we have to talk.
Yeah.
Right? You're a very intelligent man, but we have to talk.
And I think I think you like this one. This is Apple.
Yep.
Apple computer. What's hidden? What's the hidden message here?
Well, I mean, everybody has their opinion of what's hidden. You know, the Apple, the original logo, as I've said in other shows, had Isaac Newton sitting under a tree discovering what he thought was the meaning of gravity. Of course, that was all turned around by Einstein. But Newton and Alan Turing, you know, the very famous scientist, World War II, some people thought it was a fruit from the tree of knowledge in the Bible. But the original designer doesn't even remember why he chose the shape. It's kind of like when they asked John Lennon, told John Lennon what some of his cryptic words meant in a song, and he looked at him and said, "Really? I was just trying to rhyme the previous line. That's all I was doing. And you've made all this meaning out of it." And so it's Apple. So what can I tell you?
This next one, you know, this is Lacoste.
Yep.
That's sportswear clothing.
Absolutely.
Shirts.
Yeah. This one's good because I think everybody knows that Rene Lacoste, a little tennis player from the 20s, was nicknamed the Alligator because he always had an alligator suitcase. And so they called him the Alligator. He was a little guy. And when he started his own clothing brand, of course, what was more obvious than to use the alligator as a symbol? So I think that one was well done and when it's launched. It's been around since 1933.
Yeah,
so
still alive
they're
today.
doing pretty good.
Yeah. Coach, here's what's the symbol here? This is Cisco. This is computer science.
Yep. And Cisco systems, yeah. A lot of people wonder what the vertical lines mean. I don't think people realize it's supposed to mean, I think, the Golden Gate Bridge, which, of course, the Golden Gate Bridge isn't blue. It's more of an orange.
More an orange, yeah.
You know, and I think they would have been better just changing the color, and they might even do that, and I won't charge them $2 million for it. But it's certainly a famous suspension bridge, and it comes close. And
I hadn't thought about it before, but you know, San Francisco.
San Francisco is where they got the name, right?
Now I see it's very clever,
so
but
Cisco with the bridge.
But it went right past me before.
It did, so it is hidden. Not that hidden, but the bridge, Cisco, I think people realize it's San Francisco, but the bridge, that doesn't come out as the bridge. I think if they reshaped it and made it orange, I think it'd be clear it was the bridge.
This one, I don't know, maybe you have, or maybe you never saw this one before. This is Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's a soccer club.
Good.
What's your take? What's the secret going on here?
I have no idea where the secret is because there's so many secrets put into this thing. You know, it's supposed to be the cross of Red George, St. George in the upper left, which is the patron saint of Catalonia, St. Georgie, and I mean, again, it's kind of like the Pepsi one. It's so cryptic that the hidden symbols are remaining hidden.
Well,
you would have to ask.
The thing on the bottom is not a fist; it's
a soccer ball.
Soccer ball.
Yeah, it's a soccer ball, but I don't know. You'd have to ask the people from Spain if they recognize the hidden meanings in here, if they mean something to them. But
so this
doesn't mean
one right
anything
past
to me.
you.
This one just went right over my head too.
I've heard you talk about this next one. This is FedEx. You know, you
love it. Yeah. Absolutely love it. I love the colors. You know, they're unique. The purple and the orange, the pale tangerine, whatever color you want to call it. But what I like best about this logo is the subtlety that a lot of people don't see of the arrow that's represented in the white space between the E and the X. If you look closely, you will see an arrow, a white arrow going forward.
Arrow.
Right. And that's forward-thinking, dynamic. I love the FedEx logo. I mean, first of all, the name of the company is Federal Express, but everybody called it FedEx. They caught on to it, went with what the customers, where the customers are going. This logo, in my opinion, is brilliant.
Next one is Toblerone. This is candy.
Candy?
Yes.
I thought it was a mountain.
Chocolate candy. What?
Okay. I thought it was a mountain retreat or something because of the mountain on the left there, you know?
Yeah. This is chocolate candy, Swiss, right?
Is it Swiss? I don't know. I've never seen it, but yeah, it does.
Well, it says that mountain
the city
is
of Bern.
the Matterhorn.
where the chocolate and nougat bar was first produced.
Yeah.
Right, the
Yeah.
Matterhorn. Okay.
That's Swiss.
No, it went right over my head. But maybe you'd have to go to Switzerland and ask some people in Switzerland, but the rest of the world isn't going to pick up on it.
Now we got a Unilever, which is Unilever is protect the environment and the heart. Is this are you sold on this one?
No, it's too busy, and I know what they're trying to do with all of the 24 icons that are supposedly in the U, and it just doesn't cut it to me. It's supposed to be I can see a stomach in there. Is that a fish down there? I have no idea. No, I'm not crazy about this one, but they're using it and the company's growing. But good luck to them.
Now is a little scary one. This is our friends at the CIA,
Yep.
Central Intelligence Agency. What do you think about this? It should be hidden. I mean, the whole logo ought to be hidden, shouldn't it?
Well, it's imposing and scary, and maybe it's supposed. Of course, the eagle represents power. Represents the USA. The 16 spikes pointing in all directions signifies that it's a global, organization.
They're everywhere.
It's busy, but they're not selling anything. Quite frankly, they're supposed to be secretive. So keep the logo secret. This is the first time I ever saw it when we put it on this show. I've never seen the CIA logo, nor do I care to.
Well, try this one. This is Barclays.
Yep.
This is a banking. This is British banking corporation.
That's a bird of prey, and I'm not sure that it's a good idea. I don't think people know that. It's supposed to symbolize strength and farsightedness. It's kind of an eagle, which is okay, but
The notes here say it's from the 1600s.
It's a very old logo.
And
yeah.
it was on a sign in the city of London back
Yes.
in the 1600s.
And they got to stick with it to some degree, but when it's 300 years old, I guess you want to stick with the thing.
Now, turn your attention to fast automobiles, Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
What's hidden here?
There's a snake there that's eating somebody in the upper right, and of course the red cross, on the left. I'm not sure what that's supposed to symbolize. It's associated with in Milan, which is where the car was founded. And of course, a huge car company, but A, it's busy. B, I'm not sure what they are supposed to delineate by the snake eating the man going into the mouth of the snake. It doesn't look like the snake's tongue, so it's just not something I particularly care for.
Better to drive the car and let it go at that.
The car's going to eat the next guy. I don't know.
Okay, this is new. This is internet stuff. This is Wikipedia. It's an encyclopedia on the internet.
Yep.
What do you think about this?
I really like this one. I like the globe being put together. I mean, I probably go to Wikipedia 10 times, a dozen times a day. Hello Google, okay Google in my office. Something just pops into my head, and if I look it up, I'll read Wikipedia. I actually give money to Wikipedia when they need it. I love Wikipedia, and I like their logo. It says something to me that this is just an information database, open source information database for just about anything you want to look up. I like that one.
Well, I must say it's very kind of you to sing their praises, but
Yeah.
what I want to know is, did you send them any money?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
I thought I had you there.
No, I do. When
They're always asking for money, isn't it?
they do. Well, not always, but when they do, I send them $1 or $5 or $2 or whatever. Yeah, I don't send them a fortune. But if everybody sent them $1, guess what? They'd be rich.
It's not. It's that's a very loose organization of contributors who write the articles. Have you run into bad data? I mean.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they
bad
make
or
a mistake
incorrect-
and they correct it as soon as you tell them, or I haven't done it. But yeah, I've seen things that aren't correct, totally correct, sure. It's open source, and there's plenty of readers around checking it, but everybody makes mistakes. But 90+%, 95, 99% of the time, it's good data.
This one I want to ask you about. This is software. This is fairly modern software, Picasa. This is software for filing, arranging, for storing and storing and accessing, filing photos.
Yeah.
I think.
I kind of like this one because
I've actually used that a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
Picasa. What's hidden about this one?
it's a shutter lens. And of course, we don't have shutter lenses because we don't have cameras anymore. You know, when's the last time you saw somebody taking a picture with a camera? I saw it at my grandson's graduation, but one person with a camera and, 3,000 people with iPhones taking pictures. So I don't think people realize the shutter lens, the way it clicked. You can't see it in your iPhone when you do it. But yeah, I kind of like it. I like the colors.
It says it has the outline of a house.
That I didn't see. I mean, is
in the center of the circle is supposed to like a roof inside.
Well, that's a house with crooked walls. I mean, maybe, because my walls on my side walls are straight, but I don't see the house, and I don't know what the house would symbolize anyway. But
and the casa in casa is house in Spanish.
It does, yeah, but I don't see a house in there, quite frankly, because again, the side walls would be like this. Is your house like this? I don't think so. I think my walls are all straight up. My roof is crooked, but my.
Well, I'm jumping you to motorcycles. Yamaha.
Yeah. Well, they make a lot more than that. They make electronics. They're a huge company. Yeah.
Well, I say Yamaha motorcycles. It's also all various forms of electronics, like musical. Speakers and other stuff, whatever.
That's what
Yamaha.
they started with, right? And those are tuning forks for a piano in there. I don't think most people realize what those are supposed to be. I like them. I think they should promote it more. As it's a little busy, maybe they could cut it down to one tuning fork and flip it upside down and kind of make it like a Y. I think I could do a better job of designing their logo, but they've been around since 1887, so they probably don't want me touching it. But yeah, I think I understand what those are supposed to be. Having read it, I didn't know it originally.
As I listen to you, you've been talking about a number of these symbols that seem like a lot of them just kind of go past the...
Most of them go right over
past
people's
the
heads.
marketplace.
Absolutely. They just don't mean anything to anybody. That's not going to mean tuning forks. First of all, you don't need 3 tuning forks to tune a piano. You just need 1. Okay. Well, I'm not a tuner of a piano. Maybe you need different ones for. But I think what they should do is simplify that and turn it upside down, make it look like a Y. And
How do you know those aren't hot dog forks?
They might be. Little hot dogs.
Right? All right. Very funny. All right, I'm going to turn you to Hermes. Hermes started out writing harnesses.
Yes, leather.
But now they're into accessories like handbags, scarves, and ties. What do you think of this one?
Well, again, it's been around since 1831. It says here, and that was their original logo because they made harnesses for carriages and horses, and now of course they make handbags and belts and scarves and a lot of other things too, because they've expanded the brand into very famous, very expensive.
That's high-end stuff.
It's very high-end stuff, so it's not bad. Hermes Paris, of course, has a brand. It's okay. It's dated to beat heck, and they might consider updating it, but it might be too entrenched in people's minds to bother updating it.
Well, let me try you out on another, this is a famous automobile brand, Porsche.
Stuttgart.
Yep. Porsche. What do you say, Porsche or Porsche?
Porsche.
Porsche.
I say Porsche. Yeah, I go,
Well, what's the big secret here that's going on with this?
Well, of course, they started out with the horse in the center, the powerful-looking horse. Very recognizable stallion logo with Porsche written across the top. And it's based on the coat of arms of the city of Stuttgart, which, of course, is why they started it there, where the company is headquartered. the horse takes center stage because the city, which dates back to way back 950, was actually founded as a stud farm. So there's a lot of history to it.
I just knew you'd get sex into
Oh
it here
yeah,
somewhere.
we're supposed to be a family show, but yeah, it was founded as a stud farm, and that's why they chose the horse. Plus, the horse has a powerful speed symbol to it.
Okay.
But no, I like it. It's not a logo. It's their badge, so to speak, on the cars. But I like it.
I'm going to switch you from automobiles very quickly to ice cream.
Oh, Baskin and Robbins, yes.
Baskin or BR. What's the secret in this one?
Well, I like this. The 31 flavors is their slogan, and if you look closely, it's a fun-looking symbol, and there's a 3 in the 1 in the lavender between the I and the R, well, the B and the R.
31.
The 31 is the hidden symbol, 31 flavors, Baskin and Robbins. It's a fun-looking symbol, and of course, the second name is just a great name.
Do they need both? I mean, do they
Robbins.
need the BR plus the Baskin Robbins? Is that
Eventually, they might be able to drop the word from it, Baskin and Robbins, the way Nike, again, I keep harping
or
on
BR?
that, drop the word.
BR might not be that.
Well, it's
recognizable.
cold. Burr is cold and ice cream's cold, so I don't know. You could probably work on that, but they redesigned it to this, which is a fun-looking logo and fun colors too. And I like the 31 hidden.
I'm switching you back again, back to automobiles
Yep.
again. I mean, you've been sort of iffy about the automobiles up
Yep.
until now.
Yep.
Try this one, the Lamborghini. Of course, this is, I can't afford one anyway, so what's the difference?
We couldn't fit in one, and if you could fit in it, they're the most
I couldn't
uncomfortable.
afford to fix it if you gave me one.
That's
so.
true. Yeah, they're expensive cars. But the founder of the company, Ferruccio Lamborghini, he was a luxury Italian car maker, of course, and he chose the bull because he had a passion with bullfighting. And there's no connection, I would say, to a bull in a car necessarily. A bull is a powerful creature, fast, and so there's a minor connection. But of course, today that symbol is iconic, and I wouldn't touch it. I like it. I actually like it, but it took time to,
Coach, now I want to switch. We'll get off the automobiles, I guess,
Okay.
and we're going to get to Burberry. Not Burberry, it's Burberry.
Burberry.
This is,
Don't just make
I've
it.
had one, a overcoat.
I've got Burberry overcoat, beautiful Burberry sport jackets. They very high quality,
clothing.
good stuff, good clothes.
What's the secret? Is there a grand secret in this one, or
Well,
what's going on?
I don't see a secret here, but it's an equestrian knight moving forward, and prorsum means forward in Latin. I didn't remember that from my days of studying Latin, but it's something that was started, back when the company started, and it's a busy logo for sure with the B on the flag and the B on the shield. I think they could simplify it down a little bit, but it's very recognizable.
Is this another one of those where the meaning goes past the market? I mean, who
Yeah, I
knows?
don't think people understand what prorsum means, and I didn't until I looked it up, because quite frankly, and once I looked it up, I was, oh yeah, I think I remember that word too.
Now here's a different take. This is not I wouldn't call it a product. It's
It's an event.
called the Tour de France,
Yeah, the bicycle ride.
the
And-
bicycle
Yeah,
race.
and I like this one, quite frankly. It's kind of fun, and it's all over the place, just like the Tour de France. But what I like about it, the hidden thing here, which I did see, quite frankly, is the R of tour is like a cyclist bent over. You can see his head is the dot,
Oh yeah.
and the bike seat is behind him, and the wheels of the bicycle, the orange. I'd like to see a dot inside the orange to show a spoked wheel, but yeah, I kind of like that one. It's pretty good.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
Pretty artistic.
Yeah, it is. Very artistic.
Okay. Well, I said I was getting away from the automobiles.
Yeah, we're
I
back.
lied like a cheap carpet.
Yeah.
know.
And this one is simple because it's the four companies that went together that form Audi. It was Audi, a company called DKW, another company called Horsch, and another company called Wanderer. They got together, created Audi as the roll-up occurred back in the 30s. There were hundreds of car companies, thousands of car companies.
Yeah.
But like all things, the market became, you ready for this word? Oligopolistic.
Oh my, oh, God, you're killing us.
A few big players, so yeah.
This one, I'm switching you now. This is a computer company,
Aces, yeah,
Asus.
yep. Means nothing to me. It's supposed to be shaped like Pegasus the horse. I don't see it, do you? But that's supposed to be the hidden thing in the symbol. And Greek mythology, I don't like it.
It went another one that goes right past the marketplace again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And now I'm looking at one right now. This is a Dell,
Yep.
which is another computer
Yep.
company. What's the secret here, and what do you like or dislike?
Well, I like it because Michael Dell wanted to turn the world on its ear. That's basically what the tilted E stands for, which is kind of clever, but when you see the Dell symbol with the E tilted back, you know exactly what it is, so that's a good thing.
You like that one?
I do.
Okay. And another zoo, you like the zoo shot? This is
I like this
Cologne.
one.
This is in Germany.
Yeah, I like this because, I mean, you obviously see an elephant, but if you look closely, you also see a rhinoceros, you see a giraffe, so I like that one.
Well,
and the twin spires of the Cologne Cathedral, that's one that might be hidden and people don't see.
And compare that to the next one, which is Pittsburgh Zoo.
Again, the Tree of Life, the gorilla on the left, the lion on the right. Again, I like that.
And the Beats, this is Beats. Do you like this one?
I do, actually. It's simple and it denotes earphones. I like that.
Oh, good. Okay. And last but not least, back to the automobiles again.
You keep going back to them, don't you? Right? You keep
Toyota.
Going. And Toyota, the symbol, I don't get the symbolism. Toyota's a great car, great company, but it's supposed to be the relationship between Toyota and its customers, and the outer circle denotes embracing the world, embracing Toyota, and I have no idea what the circle on top. To me, it always looked like a Mexican hat. So, no, do I like it?
Well, they
no,
missed it.
but obviously,
So they missed it on that one,
missed. In my opinion, they missed it. But it's good car company, good car.
Thank you guys for watching, for joining us, Fox Robbins Business Show, and we are on YouTube for convenience. We've got a library on YouTube. Go to YouTube, go to the search box, just type in one single word, Fox Robbins, FOXROBBINS, and click on it and go to the library. But then, pick and choose any topic in there that is of current interest.
Yep.
When you have time to do so. And we'll catch up with you guys next time.